elements for the mat footing design project. Open the SAFE software. Select New Model from the File menu. Change the design code to IS456. Check that the default units in metric. If not, then change them by clicking on Modify/Show. In the design preferences, change the clear cover to 50 mm, in both top and bottom. Let us take a preferred bar size of 22 mm here. Click on OK. Then choose the grid-only option. You will first draw the slab of the building plan, and then extend equally on all sides to make the footing. The building slab is of 18 by 18 m dimension. Note that you will draw the building slab, of 18 meters by 18 meters dimension, with the grid. You will then extend it, for the mat footing slab later. Thus, using 1 meter spaced grid lines, you will need 19 grid lines, in both X and Y directions. Thus, for both X and Y, enter number of grid lines is 19, and spacing is 1 meter. Click on OK. The grid of 18 meters by 18 meters dimension had been formed. Now you will be defining the required properties. Go to Define, and select Materials. Add the M40 concrete, and the HYSD 500 rebar, by entering the standard values as displayed. Make sure you are entering the correct values, and property type. Once both the materials are added, click on OK. Now you will define the elements with these materials. Go to Slab Properties in the Define menu. Add the property for the mat footing. We will use the same materials for the footing, as the columns. Change the slab material to M40, and the thickness to 500 mm. In the slab type, you may change the type to mat. Click on OK, and the footing property has been defined. Now go to the Column Properties option in the Define menu. Although there are 16 columns, they are only 2 different types, so you have to define only 2 column properties. Add one column of M40 material and dimensions 500 by 500 mm, and another column of 600 by 600 mm dimension. Once the 2 columns are added, click on OK to exit the column properties. Then go to the Soil Subgrade Properties in the Define menu. Here the subgrade modulus is 3 × 10⁴. So change the subgrade modulus of the listed soil property, to 3e+4. Click on OK to exit. Now check the load patterns, load cases, and add the 2 load combinations, one for ultimate load, and one for service load. All the required properties have been defined. You will now proceed with the drawing of the elements. Go to the Draw menu, and select the option Draw Slab/Areas. Check that the mat footing property is chosen. Now start by clicking on one corner of the grid system, and click on the other corners 18 meters apart, one by one. Then go back and click on the first point, to close the figure. Once the slab is drawn, close the box, and press Escape on your keyboard. This is the slab of the building plan dimension. You will now extend this slab, by 2 meters on all sides. Click once inside the area of the footing, to select it. Make sure you had pressed Escape, before selecting the footing area. Verify the selection, in the bottom left corner. After the footing is selected, go to the Edit menu, choose Edit Areas, and select the option Expand/Shrink Areas. Enter the offset value of 2 meters, which will be 2000 in millimeters, and click on OK. The slab has been expanded by 2 meters on all sides. This is the actual area of the footing. Now you will place the columns on the footing. Select the Draw Columns option in the Draw menu. Change the property below to None, and the property above to column 500 by 500. Change the height below to 0, and the height above to 2 meters. Now the column 500 by 500 property is for all the columns, except C6, C7, C10, and C11. So place this column in all the positions except these 4. The dimension lines, as well the grids, will guide you in locating the column positions. Once you have completed drawing the columns of 500 by 500 dimensions, change the property above to column 600 by 600. Then place the 4 columns, C6, C7, C10, and C11. Press Escape, after you have completed drawing all the columns. Now you will draw the design strips on the footing. Go to Draw, and select Draw Design Strips. Change the design strip width to 4 meters. For the strip layer A, draw the 4 design strips in the X direction, through the column centers. Right-click outside, after drawing each strip. After drawing the design strip layers A, change the strip layer to B. And again draw the 4 design strips in the Y direction. Once you have completed drawing the design strips, press Escape on your keyboard. You have drawn all the elements in the footing model. In the next video, you will assign the properties and loads to the footing model. Thanks for watching.